Madeleine West's career is not only multifaceted, it's really impressive. The award-winning actress may be best known for her role as Dee Bliss on the long-running soap Neighbours, but she's also an author, podcaster, advocate and activist.
The mum of 6 is currently on a mission to support and empower young people to participate safely online. And we welcome Madeleine West, lead educator at Safe on Social. Hello, lovely to see you.
Thank you both so much for having me, and I'm sorry, Kylie, I didn't get the email that you're wearing fuchsia today.
Oh, no, you did. You did get the email, because that's great. We're all matching. You've done hundreds of talks, Madeleine, in schools right across the country. What have you discovered about young people when it comes to their use of social media?
Well, what I'm seeing most significantly is that kids can't regulate their online experiences, and apps want eyes on screens. So it's a bit of a powder keg. The part of our brains which is responsible for impulse control isn't developed until we're 25. So realistically, when it's exposed to something like social media, which prompts dopamine release, which makes us feel good and is highly addictive, once a child sees something inappropriate online, they can't unsee it. And realistically, the majority of content on social media, it destroys self-esteem, it has a horrible impact on mental well-being. And the perfect example statistically is that 97% of kids in the UK have seen a live beheading thanks to social media. And we're not very far behind. And we have to ask ourselves, what effect is that having on how our kids see the world and how they operate in the world? Because once you give a child a device, you're not just giving them access to the world, you're giving the world access to them. And that's where it's a concern.
Yeah, well put. Following one of these talks, you took to Instagram to share the plight of one young girl particularly. Let's have a look at that now.
I just received possibly the most horrific disclosure of online grooming, coercion, abuse that I have ever heard from a student. And the look in this girl's eyes, she's 11 years old, comprehending the gravity of what she'd been exposed to, what she'd been asked to do, what she'd become involved in, purely because of access to social media, was devastating. And I can't...
Maddie, very, very powerful post. What are children and their parents getting so wrong, and what don't they understand about their social media use?
I think principally I want to begin by saying that it is really hard to parent in this area, that the combination of busy lives and the acknowledgement that the future is digital, that horse is bolted, and the power of pester power is very real. But the fact is most of us don't really know what we're signing up for when we put social media onto our devices. And fair enough, just for the 5 major apps, the social media apps, it would take you 76 days to read all their terms and conditions. And there are bits and pieces in those terms and conditions that no one would ever sign up for. Realistically, we're blind to how much data we're giving away on social media. We're all very aware of data hacks. The Medibank situation, the Optus situation where 100 or 200 data points were made available online had us all up in arms. But currently, the recommended age under COPPA for a child using social media here in Australia and around the world is 13. Yet 175,000 Australian kids under the age of 12 sign up to social media every year. And by the time the average 13-year-old is active on social media, there's 72 million data points available on them online.
Wow.
And the majority of that comes from simple things like parents posting on a public platform, "Happy birthday, darling," or Thursday of school pics, which, if you imagine, it creates a digital footprint or a trail from the time your child is born up to the present when they're active on social media. So much of their data is out there. And for a perfect example, if you have a social media account that's public and you post a first day of school photo, if I jump over to your account and you also use your real name in your handle, and then there's another picture of your child in front of a birthday cake with "Happy birthday, darling," 8 candles, and another picture of them with just hashtag "our first puppy, Harvey," though that 4 pieces of information is enough for me to access an online bank account, and we're just giving it away, and I can access it from scrolling on Instagram for 20 seconds.
Wow. What do you make of Australia's social media ban for under 16s? A good move? Do you think it will work?
Look, I think it's not yet perfect, but it is a critical first step, because realistically it is too much for us to expect parents to police their child's social media use when even a tech expert would struggle with it. When you throw in, as I said earlier, busy lives and pester power, then we realistically, every household that has a device is sitting on a potential powder keg. If this ban enables one parent to say, sorry, buddy, you're too young, can't let you use it against the law, that stops another child from accessing content which could lead to cyberbullying, sextortion, non-consensual deep fakes, from terrorism, inappropriate content, or just the simple act of being cyberbullied so horrifically that they start to question their body, they question their identity.
Okay.
I think this ban opens up a doorway to stop children accessing the slew of horrible experiences and criminal behaviour that is unique to social media access. And I have to say, anyone who's against the ban, why would you be against protecting our children? Why would you be against seeing another parent have to put a child into the ground because they've experienced something on social media that has cataclysmically affected their lives? And that's what we're looking at.
Yeah. Listen, we're nearly out of time, but we need to know, you've got all this information, you've been studying it so closely and looking at all of this horrific information. How do you apply it in your house? 6 kids. How do you manage devices and social media with your kids?
Well, first and foremost, I'm really open to having the big, awkward conversations with my kids about what they're seeing online. Second, never threaten to take away your child's device as a form of punishment, because all it does is stop them approaching you when they see something inappropriate online. So it's really important to have that family agreement. I will not threaten to take away your device if you come to me if you see anything that's inappropriate. Yeah. And I think it's really important when we're tackling social media and navigating online engagement is to learn with our kids. And if that means sitting down and gaming with them, I know for some parents they'd rather be pulling teeth, but if you sit down and see what they are seeing, you're in a much better position to help them to navigate the space safely.
Yeah, well, all really good messages, Madeleine. We love what you did on screen, but I think this work you're doing around screens and screen time is just amazing. Lead educators safe on social. Madeleine West, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great to see you.